Hey, by the way, Rock Nation tried to set me up in a deposition. Trust me, they did. When they asked me and they said, they asked me in the second deposition, because I literally schooled them rookie lawyers like it was no business. When they asked me, do I believe Meg Thee Stallion committed perjury? And I said, well, the idea of perjury is a decision or a thing that the DA should file. It's not upon me to say that she committed perjury. And they keep in mind, this is what they're suing Milagro for. So if they asked me about this in a deposition, they were trying to get me on it too. Let me see if I think I have an excerpt of it. They're trying to get me on this too, but yo, come on, man. That boy from Jamaica a little bit too wise for it, isn't it? So look at them. Remember, they're suing Milagro for basically saying Meg committed perjury, right? Now, this is two different things. Meg Thee Stallion lied. She lied on a Gayle King interview. Did she lie on the stand? The thing is, by saying that, if you're claiming you're either a news outlet or someone with influence, is basically saying she committed a crime. That's like saying, obviously, way different extreme, but it's like saying someone R-worded someone when that's a crime. Like if you accuse someone of a crime and they didn't commit such crime, or you have no proof of them committing such crime, you could be legally held liable, right? So perjury is a crime, right? And you're gonna hear like these nimwits who are the attorneys for Meg Thee Stallion. They try to get me to claim that Meg committed perjury, which would be a crime, which would mean I'm accusing her of a crime, and if I have no proof about it, that could be detrimental to her, and she could sue me. They tried it with me. It just didn't work. Check it out. Wait, why is it not playing here?
After she testified to all of that, at the end of the day, the jury determined that there was sufficient evidence to convict Mr. Lanes, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what.
Or just to say that the jury believed her, right?
Yeah, well.
Objection as to form.
I would imagine they believed her. I don't know if did we do a polling of all these jurors? I mean, they voted overall.
Hold on, Mr. Allen. I think you and I already discussed that the jury came to their decision unanimously, right?
Yeah, but the decision that they came to was that Tory's guilty, not that they believe Meg Thee Stallion and everything she said on the stand. Like, was there a verdict on that? We don't know. I'm just saying I don't believe that chick at all.
Yes, it's called a guilty verdict for him having shot her. That is the verdict that they came to, right?
But that's not necessarily mean they agreed with everything of her testimony. There was times she didn't remember things. It doesn't mean they agreed with everything she said. They agree with what the prosecutor alleges, but that's not necessarily means that a guilty verdict doesn't mean. I've seen many imperfect witnesses who get things wrong, maybe not be forthcoming on the stand, and they still get the favorable verdict. The verdict got nothing to do with Meg. The chick's a liar. Like, that's point blank period. I don't know,
You believe that the verdict had nothing to do with the victim's testimony that she was shot by Tory Lanez.
Ma'am, you're cleverly but not cleverly trying to make me say something I'm not saying. So I'll state it on the record unequivocally. The jury believes that Tory shot Meg. The jury, from what I know, did not issue any statement, vote, or any opinion that they believed everything Meg said. Is one of the things Meg said that Tory shot her? Yes. So they believe that. However, the reason why I don't believe Meg in totality is that once I've deemed you as a liar, listen, they say don't throw away the baby with the bathwater. I kind of throw everything you got to say. I don't want to hear nothing. Don't tell me the sky's blue. I got to go check for myself. You're a liar. So that's my perspective. So if Meg told me today, hey, listen, it's raining outside, I'd be like, give me a second, and I would go outside and go look, and I'd be like, you're right. That's just my opinion.
All right.
Schooled him. No, I think it's the other clip though. Joe, I ain't gonna lie.
Just personally hold and keep to yourself, right?
I've said this anywhere I've ever been and asked them.
Right, you say it basically anywhere you've ever been, and as loudly.
And by the way, I'm trying to show you how in the deposition, and I had no lawyer, they were trying to set me up that I could make a claim that they could try to sue me. You get what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? Come on.
Publicly as you can, correct?
Yeah, if I'm speaking my personal opinion, yeah, of course.
Okay, and just so that I'm clear, you were not present on June 12th, 2020 when Miss Pete was shot, right?
No, I wasn't.
You weren't at the party, correct?
No.
You weren't in the car, right? You weren't on the street, correct?
No.
You weren't a witness at all whatsoever, right?
I was not.
So you couldn't actually say that you knew that Tory did not shoot Miss Pete because you weren't present, right?
Yeah, I'm not unequivocally saying that it didn't happen. What I'm saying is,
I'm sorry. Hold on. Start again because there was something I didn't hear clearly. Go ahead.
I wouldn't say, 100%. This is the fact. I'm telling you my personal opinion and my belief. That chick is a liar, and I don't believe liars. So, her story. Again, I accept the verdict. I accept all of this stuff. I don't accept the liar. I think she's a liar. She was a liar then. She's a liar now. She's gonna be a liar tomorrow. And yeah, that's it.
Do you believe she perjured herself on the stand?
Bingo. This is how they try to set me up, chat. Do you believe she perjured herself on the stand? Now, you're gonna watch this little rookie over here, and she's getting paid $5,000 an hour, right? We calculated her little salary. Well, not little, because she's getting paid a lot. She's trying to get me into the trick bag. Let's look at what Milagro is getting sued for. You accuse her of perjury. Remember, this is where you're going to see a sleight of hand, and this is why I say I schooled them lawyers. Because I say Meg is a liar. I say Meg has lied. It's like basically saying, if you say somebody's a creep versus he R-worded her, two different things. One is an actual crime. One is open to interpretation. What do you mean by creepy? He's creepy. Okay. He's weird. Okay. When you said, oh, that nigga is an R-word, a ist. When you say that person is that is a act, and that is a person who have committed a criminal act. So if you have no proof that that person has committed that criminal act, you are now not only lying or you're basically defaming someone without proof. So they were trying to get me to accuse Meg of perjury. And I said, no. Perjury is left up to the DAs. I'm not a DA. I'm just a guy with an opinion. Meg is a liar. I could call her a liar. They said, but no, we're talking about perjury. Then they tried to catch me. They said, well, perjury is lying. No, it's not. No, it's not. Now, lying is a part of what perjury is, but the idea of perjuring yourself, the onus on that and the totality of that depends on the district attorney, the case that they're delivering, and the question being asked and how the context is. I'm good. You ain't gonna catch me on some legal snafu like that. So watch, they're trying to bring a perjury because I'm calling her a liar. They can't tell me calling her a liar is out of bounds. So they're trying to get me in the legal snafu. Oh, so you said she perjured herself, right? So you think she perjured herself? They're naming a crime. Lying is not a crime. Perjury is a crime.
At the criminal trial? Is that
Chance to form?
I wouldn't know. That would be something the prosecutors would have to answer. But that, we've rarely seen.
Just personally hold and keep to your.
Okay, and the longer version, and I'm gonna drop the whole version soon, as soon as this shit wraps. They try to get me to accuse Meg. This is how slimy they are. They had no case, bro. They try to get me to accuse Meg of perjury, and I had to slither out of that because I think she has lied. They want me to accuse her of an actual crime, They would want me to say she falsified a police report or that she perjured herself or she did something that's criminal, because those are things you could latch onto and put a real defamation case. You can't try to get a defamation case on someone's opinion. My opinion, she's a liar. Why do I think she's a liar? She lied on Gayle King. Keep saying, right? You're not going to get far in a lawsuit with that. So how do they